they had a good day at work. They worked hard, ready to go home, go to bed, and then their car broke down.
Okay.
And then that's just like, oh, that sucks. Didn't deserve that.
Sure. Do you think that ever happens?
Definitely.
Okay. I guess, why haven't you reduced your confidence already?
Maybe I am now. Maybe like 70%.
Okay. So I'm Pierce. That's Veronica. I know Veronica asked you your name. I already forgot it.
Riley.
Riley. R-I-L-I-E?
R-I-L-E-Y.
Yeah, that would make more sense. That's more common. I'm really bad at spelling names and remembering names and all that jazz.
It's all right.
I take it you're a student here?
Yep.
Cool. And you were walking by, decided to chat.
Yeah.
I always like to ask people, what drew you in?
I was just looking at that first sign, and I saw that there was fruit snacks.
You want some fruit snacks? I see they're over there.
I just saw
Veronica's got you.
the other sign there. Just
Oh, yeah, our sign over there.
made me curious.
Made you curious. Cool. So we just like to have short little chats, or long chats sometimes, it depends. And just about something that you believe is true. And we just talk about it and see if you used good, reliable reasons to come to that conclusion, or,
Okay.
that's kind
Give
of
me a topic. I can't think of anything.
Okay. Well, I don't necessarily like to give people topics. I like them to try to come up with them on your own. Sorry, is the sun bothering you?
Yeah, it's a little bright.
My bad.
It's good. It's
Okay.
good.
We could even switch spots if you want.
It's all right.
All right. But how about I give you some ideas from previous conversations?
Okay. Yeah.
I've had conversations about global warming.
Okay.
I've had conversations about religious beliefs. I've talked to people who believe, Jesus died on the cross, etc., etc. Generalized God beliefs. What else have I talked about? I've talked about whether it was ethical for parents to spank their children.
Okay.
I've talked about lots of different stuff. What else? What other stuff did we talk about, Veronica?
A lot of social issues.
Right.
Let's see.
LGBTQ issues, karma.
Karma is real.
Karma is real?
Karma is my boyfriend.
Okay.
There you go.
Is that something you'd like to talk about?
Yeah, sure.
Sweet.
Karma's totally real.
Okay. How sure are you that it's real?
I would say like 90%.
90%. Sweet.
Just because I know some people got it coming, but they haven't got it yet.
Okay. All right.
That's what that 90% is. Or
Okay.
the 10%.
10%, because
That they haven't got it yet.
they haven't got it yet. Meaning, like, they've done something bad?
Yeah, and then it just
And-
like karma hasn't hit them yet.
Okay. I wonder why that's a reason to be at 90%.
Like, not sure if it's
Not sure.
real because
So you're
it
not-
hasn't happened yet.
You're not sure if it's going to happen yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's kind of some doubt as if, like, maybe
Yeah,
you're going to
a
have
little bit
something.
of doubt.
Gotcha. So this makes me... When you say karma, you mean like you do a good thing and then something good's going to happen? You do a bad thing, something bad's going to happen to you? Okay.
Definitely.
Okay. All right, cool. And so I guess you've explained why you're not at 100%, that 10%, because, like, some people...
A little bit of doubt, yeah.
A little bit of doubt. Some people do bad stuff and nothing happens, but maybe it'll happen later. Right?
Yeah.
Okay. I guess what gets you to that 90%?
I have seen like so many things or like situations where like you just see like someone else like doing something like not acceptable or like just like rude or like cheating on like their like boyfriend or girlfriend, like doing things that is like not great. And then like something comes back and gets them.
Okay, so cheating on their spouse.
Yeah.
Or maybe stealing something.
Yeah, like,
some things like
yeah,
that.
just like stuff like that for sure.
And it sounds like you've like personally witnessed something
Yes.
happening later in their life,
Sure.
or later on that day, or
Just
something
seeing
like
like
that. Okay.
I knew this girl and oh my god, I hope no one sees this. Like she just did this thing to another one of my friends and like everyone hated her and no one liked her, and like
Okay.
it just like came back and got her.
Okay. No. Okay. Why do you think nobody liked her? What was
Like the decisions that she made, like everyone like saw them and like saw what she was doing, and they were just
Okay. I guess with regards to karma, what is the cause behind the karma? Is like what causes that? Is there a mechanism of some
I
sort?
don't think so.
Can you
It just like I don't know. It just happens.
It just happens. I was going to ask you, do you know how it works?
No.
No, you don't. Okay. Is it something where, like, let's say I'm really, really rude to Veronica and I'm calling her a whole bunch of names, and then, like, let's say she just she gets really mad and throws my camera on the ground.
Okay.
Like, would that be an example of karma?
It could be.
Okay.
I think karma could also be like what you want, like what you want it to be. Like you can kind of like spin it almost.
Okay.
Like, or like instant karma. Like if you, let's see. I'm trying to think of an example of instant karma. I can't, but I think her knocking your camera over might not be karma.
Not be
just
karma. Okay,
because-
that's probably a poor example.
Yeah.
Would it be a better example if, let's say I was really rude to her again, same scenario, and then I just like tripped over something in the grass?
Yes.
Would that be an example of karma?
That'd be like instant
Okay.
karma.
That'd be
Like you immediately like go like embarrass yourself and like fall or something.
Okay, gotcha. So that's instant karma. I'm assuming there's another variety where it doesn't happen instantaneously.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I guess why do you think that karma in this sense exists?
I don't know. Let me think. Maybe like I don't know. I don't really think there's a reason.
No reason.
It just like if you go out and you do something good, then maybe something like what goes around comes around.
Okay.
Yeah.
What I heard you say is you said that you don't think that there is a reason.
Yeah.
Should we believe in things with a 90% confidence if we don't have a reason to believe it to be true?
That's a good question. I think a lot of people believe in things with having like no
reason.
no reason, no whatever, just believing in something. So I think karma, like lots of people don't believe in karma, but it's just like some things happen and you're like, oh, they had it coming. Like,
Yeah. If there was someone who had a belief, maybe it was something sort of like karma, like if you donate this much of money to this organization, then good things are going to happen. If you don't do that, then you might, bad things might happen to you in the future.
yeah.
Do you think that that would be they don't really have a reason to believe? They tell us that they don't have any reason to believe that that's true. Do you think they should believe that?
I don't. I'm trying to think. Like. Let's see. I don't know how to answer that. Like, not donating to charity is not necessarily like doing something bad.
Right.
Like not donating is not inherently bad. You didn't like go out of your way to not donate, but like, I don't know. That's the only way I can think to answer that.
Maybe I can think of a better example. Let's say someone has a belief. Let's say it's a religious belief. I'm not going to get specific on it, so don't worry. And they come over here and they come up while we're chatting. They see the sign, and then they tell us that they don't really have a reason for. They can't really articulate any kind of reason. They don't really have a reason. Do you think they should hold on to that belief?
Yeah, if that's like what if they believe that like like don't believe in God or anything, like if something happens later in life and they start believing, that's great. But
yeah. Do you think that we should? Well, I'll ask you specifically, you first. I guess how much do you value believing in something that is true? Things that are true.
Like factually, or like things like karma.
Everything.
I would say I hold that pretty high.
Okay. How do you get there?
Let's see. Like, I don't know. Like believing in karma. It's like it's all like I have no idea, honestly.
Okay.
I told you I might not be the best person to
No, you're doing fantastic. I'm hesitant to ask what I'm about to ask and say.
Okay.
So take this with a complete grain of salt.
Okay.
But sometimes when I talk to people about subjects like this, and they tell me there's not much of a reason, they might be wanting to, they see a benefit from having the belief.
Okay.
Is that the case with you?
I don't think I really see a benefit in believing in karma. It's just like I don't really see a huge benefit. It's just like something that I'm like, oh yeah, karma's gonna get her.
I see. I'm gonna try to. So originally I asked you kind of like what gets you to that 90%. I'm gonna try asking it a little differently and maybe more generalized. Why do you believe in karma?
Maybe just because it's like it's kind of fun to believe in, if that makes sense. Like
fun, okay.
Like it's, I don't know. I think that's like it's fun to believe in. Like,
okay.
I'm not a person who goes out and does terrible things where karma's gonna get me. Yeah. So it doesn't affect. Like, there's no.
You're not gonna get the bad.
There's part. Nothing coming for me, but like you see other people doing things that like you would never do, and you're like, gonna get her.
Should we believe things to be true just because they're fun?
It depends on the topic and the situation, I would say.
What's an example of something that we shouldn't believe just because it's fun?
I would say probably God, like religious beliefs.
Okay. So
there's a lot of people don't believe in those for fun. Like they go to church or go to whatever it is that they're doing religiously, and they do that because like they care about it, and it's like a big part of them.
Gotcha. And they should have. Are you saying that they should have some sort of other reason or why, and not just because it's fun? That's kind of what you're saying? Okay.
Yeah, like I feel like a lot of people believe in a lot of different things for like different reasons, and like sometimes I feel like people don't really need a reason. Like there's just like, yeah, this is what I'm doing with my life, and I believe in whatever.
Is there an example of something that someone should believe in because it's fun? That besides karma, I assume you'd include
not
karma.
Not that I can really think of.
Okay, interesting. So there's nothing that you can think of that someone should believe in just because it's fun, except for karma, except for your belief.
Trying to think of something that's for fun.
So there might be something else out there, but you just can't.
That I can't think of right now.
You're not saying that there's nothing else.
Yeah.
Got it. We're on the same page. All right. You're at 90%? What could you learn that could make you go from 90% to like 50%?
To 50%. I don't know, like maybe just it changes every day, honestly. But like different things that could happen to me or people around me, and I'm just like, oh, like they didn't deserve that, or like,
Okay.
or maybe like stuff like that. Like, oh, they didn't deserve that. Like something happened to them that was out of their control. And it's,
So like if there's like this really good family and they happen to like lose a family member or something,
yeah.
you might look at that and think, wow, that might reduce your confidence. Is that kind of what you're saying? I don't want to put words in
That that's a little different, but like
okay.
essentially, yeah. Like,
Okay.
but that's a little different. But yeah.
Okay. I guess with regards to that example, I mean, we can change the example. You can think of one. Why wouldn't that reduce your confidence?
I mean, it definitely wouldn't like a little bit, but like if someone like it's getting really technical, but like if someone was just like had like a long day at work and like they had a good day at work, they worked hard, ready to go home, go to bed, and then their car broke down.
Okay.
And then that's just like, oh, that sucks. Didn't deserve that.
Sure. Do you think that ever happens?
Definitely.
Okay. I guess, why haven't you reduced your confidence already?
Maybe I am now. Maybe like 70%.
Okay. Cool. Is there anything you could learn that would go higher than 90%?
Not really. I think it's like very like fluid. Like it changes things.
Changes. The more
Yeah.
information you learn.
Yeah, things
Okay.
change. Beliefs change.
Are you did you go from 90%, now you're at like 70%?
Probably, yeah.
Cool. All right. I think we'll leave it. I'll leave it there for
All right.
questions. Do you have anything for me?
I can't think of anything.
Okay. Veronica, do you have those books? And I'll grab you a keychain. We got stuff. For you.
Oh, okay.
Hang on for just a minute if you don't mind.
All right. What are these?
Books I wrote
Oh, okay.
for children. If you have a small child in your life, feel free to give it to them or keep
right.
it for yourself. That's perfectly fine too. And one of the questions I asked today actually is practically in one of the books.
Oh, okay.
There's one of them is like a Dr. Seuss style,
Okay.
and one of the things is like, should we believe in things because they're fun to believe in? It's very similar to what
Yeah.
we had today.
Put that right there. There we
So
go.
I had a thought.
Yeah.
Other than karma, something fun to believe in.
Yeah.
Santa Claus.
Yeah.
Oh.
Things like that.
There
too.
you go. That would have been a good example, right?
Yeah. Cool.
I like Santa.
All right. Well, thanks, guys.
Yep. Thanks for stopping
Have a
by.
good day. Thank
You
for
too.
stopping.
Yep. Cool.
That was really good.